Alright, I think we all know what's going on by now. In these days and times, the coronavirus. Everyone's stuck inside. Funny thing is, this is like, I just walked through my little apartment neighborhood. I've never seen so many people out and about walking around. It's hilarious. It's Saturday, but I've never seen so many people outside. And I always come outside all the time and go for a walk, and I never see anyone. So it's funny when people are forced to do something, like you have to stay inside, have to, you're quarantined. People automatically want to do the opposite. It's hilarious. But yeah, we all know that's human nature, that's how it goes. So I'm just out going for a walk, and hopefully I'll come across something to paint. If not, I don't know. I'll come back out later, or maybe go somewhere else. Keeping my eyes open. There's nothing but like architecture around here, so see if I come across anything interesting for this episode, the coronavirus episode. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope you guys are staying safe, being cautious and all that stuff, and hope everything's going well. I'm doing all right as far as I know so far. Everything's good. Working from home now until further notice, so just doing my thing. So behind me back here, local movie theater, has some pretty cool architecture. Has like this little tower thing on it, so that might be, I'm gonna walk towards that. Might be interesting thing to paint. Everything else around here is pretty just square, flat, boring, but that thing kind of sticks out. So check it out, here's the movie theater, and this place is closed too. Normally this would be busy as, crazy busy, but there's the movie theater. Man, it's really crazy to think this is a Saturday afternoon out here. Parking lot completely empty. So there's the building, getting some nice shadows, so I'm gonna have to figure out a vantage point. So if I walk more over this way, get more of a flat on view, it's gonna all be in shadow. So that's kind of a bummer. I don't want the whole building in shadow. I should have painted it in the morning. Now I'm wondering if I should come back tomorrow morning, figure out something else. It's always decisions, man. It's always decisions. I'm gonna keep walking, see if I find anything else. This is definitely a good subject though. Whether today or another day, this is a good subject. The whole kind of funny thing about this, I've seen so many memes of like coronavirus and stuff, but the funny thing is, like, introverts like myself and probably some of you out there, you don't even notice the difference. You just sit at home all the time anyway. We don't really go out that much. We go get groceries, we can still do that. Everything's still the same. Sometimes there's a little less food, but everything's pretty normal for the most part. Yeah, just living life, man. Living life. Trying to enjoy it. This is a struggle because the lighting really sucks. So I could always come back later when the lighting's a little bit more low in the sky, or come back in the morning when the lighting is on the whole opposite area, and then the building will be lit up. So maybe that's what I have to do. It's always a struggle trying to figure out what to do. Great. That building's kind of nice, very modern. But do I want to paint it? Not really. It's kind of like a nightmare. And that's pretty boring. The tan building, it's just kind of like, It doesn't really, like, if I don't find it interesting, like, why do I want to paint it if I don't find it interesting? I'd rather practice and like really enjoy. I'd rather have something in my sketchbook that like I kind of enjoy. Something that's kind of cool to me. So the search continues, man. Search continues. I don't get a good view of the tower thingy. The building itself kind of cuts it off. Yeah, I'm gonna head back home. I gotta walk around this big block area. Maybe I'll come across something before then. But if not, we'll just continue on tomorrow. This is the problem with where I live now. I'm just not interested in painting any of this stuff. It's all businesses and boring architecture, and I just have no desire to paint this kind of stuff. Like, I like more landscape, I like more old, interesting architecture, things that are just different. And everything around here, it's always like cookie cutter, you know. For the most part, it's all just very boring, same kind of stuff. Always trying to keep my eyes open though. You never know what you can come across, so I try to look anyway, but I just need to get in the car and go somewhere else, you know, because around here it's just not much for me, I think, as far as painting material. That's really part of the challenge though. It's like, there's probably hundreds of things I could have painted already. Does that mean that I should have painted any of them? You know, I think it's obviously like a personal choice, because it just depends on what you're into. And for me, I'm not into painting a gas station, you know? That would be something like James Gurney would do. He would paint like supermarkets and gas stations and just more contemporary type of subjects. And for me, I'm just not interested in having that in my sketchbook, at least at this point in time. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I just do me, and I think that's all I can do. You know, I think that's all I think that makes us who we are as an artist, because we just, all of us do our own thing, you know. It's a beautiful thing. I'm gonna go take a break for a while. Maybe I'll come do another walk somewhere else later in the evening. But for now, defeated, man. I'm defeated. I'll have to just try to find something else later. All right, folks. Day 2 of the paint-ocalypse here. Painting during the apocalypse. Hopefully we got some better light right now. It's kind of later than I wanted to get out, but it's okay. Just deal with it and just do what I can. All right, we made it back to the movie theater parking lot here. A very blank, empty space of a parking lot. There's my subject. I think this is the best vantage point. It looks pretty cool. It's pretty open. Edit all this stuff out, focus on the building. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Make it look cool. Check it out. I'm starting out with the sky color here. Getting some nice washes in at the beginning. Added in a little bit of like some kind of alizarin crimson permanent, just to like gray it down a little bit, that sky in the corner. And yeah, I feel like I started off really well with this painting. I was trying to be really bold in the beginning, very loose, you know, just having some fun with the color a little bit. Really focused on capturing the essence, and here I am blocking in some of the shadows. So I'm trying to key in some of the lights versus the shadows right at the beginning. And I think I'd start off very strong, and then I kind of, I went downhill at one point. I think I just overworked it or something. Yeah, I don't know. Something happened. You know, maybe I got the colors a little bit weird. Didn't get them exactly how it was in real life. But I mean, it's not a big deal. It just, there's something about this painting. Maybe I should have had some softer edges, more towards the bottom and stuff. Really kind of melted things together so that there was more focus on the tower and like the roof of the building. So yeah, I mean, I definitely think I probably would have did a few things differently, but that's always the case for the most part with these paintings. It's tough. It's really tough. Especially I was painting in full sunlight here, so everything was pretty bright. It was kind of hard to see. You know, my eyes were trying to adjust back and forth from my subject to my paper, and very challenging overall, as always for the most part, but I think I managed pretty well in the end. I'm pretty happy with this sketch looking back at it a few days later. It's not too bad. At the time, I think I was being a little rough, you know, harsh on myself about it, you know, just with the colors and everything. But overall, it wasn't a bad effort. It was cool to get out and just finally do another painting and enjoy a beautiful day for once. The weather's been really bad the last few weeks, so it was nice for it to be sunny and just enjoy the weather, really beautiful out, and paint something kind of cool that's close to in walking distance from my apartment. It's very hard to find, as you guys saw in this video. I mean, there's just not much that I'm interested in painting around here. And this was the most unique building out there that really kind of caught my attention. So Yeah, as far as the architecture, I mean, it's not horrible. It's just, yeah, it was just a rough subject, pretty difficult. But I gave it my best shot, and that's all I can really do. You know, just learn from it, and move on to the next. I'm just glad I got out, had some fun, and yeah, overall, I like the light and shadow. So anyway, hope you enjoy it. All right, so how do I feel about this one? You know, it's definitely challenging. Of course, architecture for me on the small scale, challenging. I'm not exactly happy with the color harmony, I think. Colors are a little weird, but did my best with it. I think one thing I like about it is the light versus shadow. I had to really play around with it to get the values right because it's so subtle out here. There's a lot of reflected light, so I was trying to capture that, but also simplify it. You know, I don't know if I did it perfectly, but it's not bad. Overall, pretty cool sketch, man. Pretty cool, I guess. Something different. So yeah, yeah, can't be unhappy with this effort, but I don't know. I have to look at it later. There's something about it I don't like. I think the colors are just a little off from the actual temperature that's there, but it's not bad. It's not a bad effort, man. Not a bad effort. I think I overworked it a little too much. I wish I was able to capture more of the essence rather than, you know, it just seems a little stiff or something. You know, I was really trying to soften some of the edges and stuff and really let things bleed, and it didn't get exactly what I was hoping for, but can't always do that, you know. But I learned, got out. It's been a while since I've been painting and actually did any painting, so it's not bad for my first effort, man. I think I'm done with this size of a sketchbook, at least for architecture, and I don't know. I really want to try out the 7x10 sketchbook soon. So I got 2 more paintings in this sketchbook, and then that's it, man. That's it. We're moving on to a larger sketchbook. We'll see how that ends up going compared to these, and yeah, anyway, man, hope you guys enjoyed this paintocalypse, the coronavirus painting experience, painting journey. And let me know what you think down below. I'd love to hear from your thoughts on this, and what would you guys want to see me paint? You want more nature, more architecture, more interesting, boring stuff? I mean, what do you guys want to see? Because I'm running out of ideas around here. I need some inspiration. I need some suggestions. Let me know down below. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.